What if the most powerful empire on earth wasn't defeated by war, but by a voice no one believed at first? I need you to understand the weight of what's about to happen, because this is not just a story of escape. This is a story of authority colliding with authority. Egypt is not fragile. Egypt is perfected, a system, a throne that has never bowed. And standing against it is one man who keeps saying, "God told me." And Pharaoh hears it the way empires always hear dissent, as noise. Who is the Lord that I should obey his voice? And just like that, the conflict is defined. Not Moses versus Pharaoh, but voice versus throne. And at first, nothing changes. Only escalation. Blood in the Nile, water turning against its own life source. And still, Pharaoh's heart hardens, because power has a strange ability to reinterpret miracles as inconvenience. Then the land itself begins to speak. Frogs filling homes, dust becoming lice, creation turning chaotic at the edges of control. And still, resistance. Because empire does not break easily. It absorbs pressure until pressure becomes suffering. And then comes the moment that stops being symbolic. Darkness. Not absence of light, but domination of it. 3 days where movement itself feels buried. And yet, Pharaoh still will not yield. Because pride is not logical. It is loyal, even to destruction. And in the silence between judgments, something shifts in Moses. Not confidence, not clarity, but obedience sharpened into surrender. Because now he understands. The voice he follows does not negotiate with power. It dismantles it. And then the final instruction. Not war, not uprising, but a meal. A lamb. Blood on doorposts. And a command that makes no political sense whatsoever. Stay inside. Because judgment is passing through. And that night, Egypt breaks. Not with a battlefield, but with grief moving house to house. The firstborn, the highest cost, the deepest rupture. And Pharaoh finally speaks differently, not as ruler, but as someone who has lost the illusion of control. Rise, go out from among my people. And just like that, an empire built on centuries of certainty is undone in a single night of obedience. But here is what no one tells you about deliverance. Freedom is not only exit, it is endurance. It is walking out of what once owned you and realizing it still tries to follow. And as Israel steps into the unknown, there is no map, no guarantee, only a voice that proved itself stronger than Pharaoh. And that is the weight of this story. Not that God spoke, but that when he did, even empires had to listen.